Hey guys, Temple Storm Hooey here, and today I want to go over attacking point A, Route 66 as D.Va. Now first I want to go over the fundamentals of D.Va, or what your job is, pretty much. So your job as D.Va is not to frag. You frag when you can, that's the best case scenario, but your job is to contest / zone carries and flex supports. Carries include, which are usually hit scan, which is Soldier 76 and McCree, and sometimes people run Pharah Mercy, so Pharah would be your main target to zone, and then flex supports include Mercy, Zenyatta, and Ana. So with that in mind, I will pretty much be going over ideal ways to approach the situation, most likely how they will be played out, and how you can, get better at doing this kind of thing. So yeah. So usually what I do is D.Va here is I push cart. One thing to note is that D.Va's mobility skill can be used from anywhere. You can shift from here. You can literally be right here and shift to the high ground. It's not like a Winston or Tracer or Genji where you have to be in a certain angle to go to it. So I just hug the cart, I push it. Once it reaches this area for the initial fight, I will start using the cart as body block, LOS with it, and then when we're ready to engage, I will shift up, try to hit. I try to hit people with the shift as much as possible, unless it's too risky to do so. If it's too risky, then I stop mid-shift, get onto gas, and matrix. You don't want to shoot. As tempting as it is, it's a shooter. Yes, D.Va has cool guns, infinite ammo. Matrixing is usually 90% of the time way better than actually shooting, unless you can finish the kill yourself. Because matrixing, you matrix, like Ana's the only healer that can have her heals matrixed. So she has her grenade matrixed, she has her primary shots matrixed, which means if you just matrix whoever your killing target is or whoever is discorded, then they literally cannot do anything about it. So you actually do so much by matrixing an Ana or whoever the hell you want to kill instead of shooting them as D.Va. So you come up here, you matrix. If they're sustaining a lot, let's say your matrix somehow didn't block heal, then you drop down, LOS with gas station, push the cart. They're most likely pressured back a little bit. You have more room to push the cart. After your matrix and your cooldowns are back up, you come right back up, do the same thing. If your team calls someone low, or if you start getting picks, then you can start chasing and start shooting. Usually when the soldier or when the carry is down, the only person you should ever shoot is the carry or flex support. So if you have to, you can do it, but you shouldn't matrix them. If you can, and you develop the game sense to know when you can kill them and when you can shoot and stuff, once you kill those two, pretty much you're free to shoot as much as possible, depending on what they have. They have Reinhardt or Zarya or whatever, yeah, you can just shoot them. If they have a Roadhog, be a little bit wary about that. Matrixes, hooks, and etc. So, yeah. So you just kind of do that. You don't want to hard commit. You have a matrix. Your matrix is a good distance, a good amount of distance it covers. Matrix for as much as you can. LOS, get your cooldowns back, come back up. Matrix, you get kills, go in, stagger, shoot, kill people. Usually people will be hosted up on the gas. Sometimes they'll be the hit scan / flex support will be back here. So let's say you have a good push, you win the first fight, they come back, they defend, they reset up. The cart's not there anymore, you can't push the cart anymore. What do you do as a D.Va? Well, now you have to change your angle of approach. Now that you can't use the cart to body block anymore to not take as much damage when trying to go in, there's different pathings you can take to optimize your dive, pretty much. So, the way I dictate where I go is this the fastest way to this spot, and do I take the least amount of damage possible taking this route? So, you have two options from my perspective. If they're holding far back, you can come through here, and then you can use the gas station to LOS, and then you can just shift in as needed onto wherever your priority should be, or priority target is, I mean. So if they're holding way far back, you could probably just like come through for a right side, get right onto them. So let's say they're hosted up back here, or like on the ground. You take this route and you just LOS the main front line as much as possible, and you get on them from the flank. I call this the flank, but this is actually the forward spawn. So from the forward spawn. If they're hosted up here, and your team calls it, and know they're there, you can come through this little cave in front of the spawn. Your spawn. You come here, and then you wait a little bit. You don't want to peek because they can see you. And then when your team is ready to dive, you go in, shift straight up into the matrix. So that's pretty much like the two main paths. You could also take the high ground. This is not as common because you can give yourself away from coming up here. But it works. If they're not set up on gas to spot you, this is good. You avoid a lot of damage coming through here, and you can get right onto them if their backline is up here. If their backline is playing all the way on cart, you shouldn't have to overcommit into them. You can literally just push with your front line, walk into them matrix. Keep in mind that like your mech is super valuable, and like if you die, like visors, fucking like barrages, like a lot of things will start going out and your team will die because of it. So keeping your mech alive, saving your matrix for key ults like visors and stuff is super important. So like when you have D.Va bomb, as tempting as it is to use sometimes, it's way better to save it so you can block / matrix visors and stuff instead of using it and then have like this whole 50-50 situation where like you might wipe them with your bomb, but your team will probably die because you're not matrixing the visors. So you want to avoid 50-50 situations. You want to always, you know, go for the most optimal plays. Now as for D.Va bombs at this point, there's pretty much only two main bombing spots. Like you can throw it right onto the gas station, pretty effective, forces everyone to scramble off or go behind shield or something. So good.
All systems checked out.
And you can also,
Game on.
once the cart's like here, anywhere up in the air around here is good. You want to do it up in the air because then you'll cover this little high ground and somewhat this high ground. And then yeah, that's pretty much it for attacking point A, Route 66 as D.Va. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out the channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.